Hello, I'm Ken Sangster, the artistic director and producer of the TD Edmonton International Jazz Festival. Today we are featuring an interview and performance by vocalist Veronica Swift and pianist Emmet Cohen. Veronica and Emmet are two shining examples of the very best in the world of jazz. We hope you enjoy this online experience. Thank you for tuning in. I'll start by asking both of you, what got you into this world of jazz? What was your inspiration to be a jazz musician?
Well, I started playing the piano very young at age 3 and fell in love with the sounds of music and developed my ear very quickly and took in a wide variety of music and just progressed over the years listening to classical music, playing classical music and finding jazz somewhere along the way. Started playing saxophone and clarinet in middle school and got interested in Charlie Parker and John Coltrane. And from there just really kind of developed one thing after another until I was playing little cocktail gigs and would learn jazz tunes to fill out the time and realized that there was this whole world and this whole language that I really resonated with and really connected to, especially the people. And so that led me, into the world I am today.
Great. And Veronica?
I mean, all of us youngins, a lot of us, especially up in New York, we came from jazz families, right? Where a lot of our musician parents, and myself included, I have my mother and father. So it comes from both sides. They're both very well-known jazz musicians. Stephanie Cassian, my mother, is a singer, and my father, the great, late Hod O'Brien. And he, of course, was in the bebop scene in the 1950s, playing with like Oscar Pettiford, Art Farmer, Chet Baker. So that was what I was brought into the world with. Bebop was always around the house, and Mom and Dad took me on the road with them when I was a little kid. And before I was even, making my own decisions and before I even knew what I wanted to do, I was like 4, 5, 6, I was hearing, in person, hearing a lot of the greats. I spent a lot of time with Phil Woods and Bob Duro, John Hendricks, and I met Annie Ross as a kid too, like some of my heroes. And so I came into music through that. And when I was about 9 years old, that was when I started actually getting on stage and learning the repertoire. And mom and dad never sat me down and taught me, like a teacher does, when I'm like in my trumpet lessons or my opera lessons and stuff. Whereas it's more like osmosis through just absorbing around it every day. And on stage, I'd learn by example watching them, right? So when I was 9, they also give me songs. They introduce me just like, your parents. Our parents, show us so much of this music. And, they introduced me to the great records. And always with the vocalists, you got to start with the big 3, Ella, Sarah, Billy. And then I found my way to the earlier jazz. And that's what really, bebop was always my parents' music. And I had to find my own way to it. And the 20s music was really what grasped my attention first.
Well, that's fascinating. I mean, and you can clearly hear that in both of your music because you truly swing, which for me, that's my love as well. And it's clearly evident that you have that. What are you currently, I know it's a bit of a different situation. We find ourselves in the world right now. What are you working on currently? Do you have any new projects, or what's new for both of you, either individually or as the duo or trio?
I said when I was finding out that all the gigs were canceled. I was actually in Manitoba when everything started happening. And I was in Canada and I got back to New York and everything was canceled. And I think everyone was devastated for a couple of days and realized that the whole world is in this together. And I don't think either of us have been home in our house for longer than a week, 2 weeks at a time in the last however many number of years. And a lot of jazz musicians have said the same thing. A lot of traveling people, airline people, whatever it is, it's the break. And it's been sent to us from some higher place that said, you need to take a step back and to take a break. And so one of the things that I've been focused on is learning to cook for the first time, doing a bunch of yoga, reading books. There's my bookshelf back there. getting through some stuff, practicing piano. So I've been, lately working on some James P. Johnson and some Willie Lyon Smith, and through some classical music, and learning some new tunes, and just really being consistent with approaching the piano each and every day now that I'm in my home. You're on the road, you get a 5 minutes sound check by yourself before everyone starts tuning the drums and tuning the bass,
Yeah,
and checking
it's
the
ironic.
vocals.
As a professional musician, you actually don't have much time to practice sometimes.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's some of what I'm thinking about and up to. What about you?
Well, I was always a writer first. I liked singing. I was drawn to singing, not just jazz, but like I sing opera and I sing rock and roll and all that stuff. I was drawn to being a vocalist because it's telling the story through words and music. But first and foremost, I'm a storyteller, and whatever that means, music, or I write scripts and films, screenplays, musicals. And I have just been dying and asking the universe for years for time, because when you're writing, sometimes it's hard on the road to just like, okay, I'm going to do this for an hour and I'll come back to it tomorrow. I mean, when you're writing it, you just got to sit in it and marinate in it. And so I've been dying for this time to just, okay, well, I'm going to, take a little break from jazz singing and then go back to my roots, which is writing. And I've been actually quarantining myself in Virginia, where I'm from. That's where I live, Charlottesville. And I've been quarantining with this film company independent film company that I do films with sometimes, because I act as well. And I've written a screenplay a few years back, and it's in motion. We are filming this movie that I've been wanting to do for so long. It's called Dear Old Stockholm, and it's like a dream come true.
I know. So we are jazz musicians, we're improvisers. We find the silver lining in whatever the situation is.
Yep. Well, that's an inspiration. I think there will be a lot of musicians that find that very inspiring, your outlook on things. So you've referenced the past and lots of the jazz masters. Is there any new artists that are catching your attention and kind of giving you some inspiration that way?
Yeah, we love, all of our contemporaries. We're in a wonderful scene here in New York City. Actually, to talk about co-quarantining, there's a group of musicians that I've come up with in New York. People like Kyle Poole, Russell Hall, Joe Saylor, who played with Jonathan Baptiste, Brian Carter, Benny Bennett III, Tavon Pennicott, Reuben Fox. God, there's so many.
And we're lucky to call them our friends, not just like people
Right.
that we look up to.
Yeah, and those
Right.
are some of the contemporary people that I think are really going to make a difference. Patrick Bartley on the alto
Yeah.
sax, Godwin Louis, Sullivan Fortner,
And Cecile
McLaurin Salvon. We were texting her today.
Yeah.
And catching
Yeah,
up.
she's wonderful for sure.
So there's a tremendous amount of people that are playing now on a high level and inspiring us, and some of our collaborators are some of the great young jazz musicians. So it's nice to be in that world where the inspiration is endless.
Well, you certainly are among them for sure. Where do you see the music going?
I'm not sure if I do. I don't have an answer. I'm just kind of trying to be present. I mean, I'm sure we all have different answers to that question. It's very broad, like hard to answer a question. But for me, I know I just want to kind of sit in the present a little more and be more present with the music. Just for now, because I'm still learning. I'm still on my journey, my path to find my sound and what it means to be me. And
Yeah. There's so many answers to that
Yeah.
question. One of them is like, what do you see for the future? You have to dig back in the past to know what you can see. As far back in the past as you dig and you explore and excavate and understand and bond with and internalize, it's like the history of this country. The further you'll actually be able to take it in the future. You'll be able to go that far in the future. And so that's a big part of what we do is learn, and we continue to grow, and we continue to figure out like the formulas and the spiritual aspect of the music and why people were playing like that, how the music developed from struggles, who invented the music, what Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong and Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Cedar Walton, Tommy Flanagan Herbie Hancock, what these guys were thinking about, how they were treated in the United States, what the tone of the world was saying, and all that stuff informs what's in the future. You ultimately don't have control of what's in the future, but you know,
You have no way of telling.
every generation was asked, what do you see for the future? And, you know, it's there. You know, you just look ahead and you just do what you do, and if you're honest with yourself,
with sincerity.
Yeah, sincerity is it. If you're honest with yourself, you'll be able to get to that, you know, place in the future that you want, or we want.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I see a more equally and racially just United States of America in my future as well.
Right. Well, in Canada too, you know.
That's recently what comes to mind, especially. You know.
I guess at this time, I'd just like to thank both of you so much for making yourself available, and we definitely look forward to your performance. And
thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Edmonton Jazz Festival. This is Veronica Swift.
And I'm Emmet Cohen. How you all doing?
We are sorry that we're missing you in person this year, but we'll be back next year for the festival. But tonight we are going to be playing some music for you right here in the living room in Harlem.
We love you very dearly, and we hope to see you soon in person next year. Take care. Be safe, everybody.
The panic is on. Love is just around the corner, any cozy little corner. Love is just around the corner when I'm around you. I'm a sentimental mourner, and I couldn't be forlorner. Love is just around the corner, pretty baby, when I'm around you. Yeah. Venus in my love, she was noted for her charms. Strictly between us, you're cuter than Venus, and once more you got arms. Let's cuddle in the corner, any cozy little corner. Love's just around the corner, ooh, when I'm around you, baby. Oh, Venus de Milo, she was noted for her charms. Strictly between us, you're cuter than Venus, and once more you got arms. Let's cuddle in the Man, taking a little from Mel there.
I almost got it.
Yeah. Baroque music, bebop, like cousins. Well, I guess one of them's like the great great grandfather, but.
You know what? A friend of mine always says the 3 B's: bebop, Bach, and Buddha. That's the spiritual aspect, right?
Oh man, I want that tattooed on me. This is Memories of You. I mean, Ethel Waters is my favorite version of this, but also I love. You ever listen to Terry Waldo?
Of course.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Terry Waldo is a great ragtime pianist here in New York City, and he was a protege to U.B. Blake. And Terry is just a genius, and he put together Memories of You with Rhapsody in Blue, and
Should I try to fit it in there?
nah, just that little thing I told you. But he does like an actual like, excuse my modern vocabulary. He does a mashup. Mixtape, remix. No, he does a mashup of the two songs, and it's so brilliant how he, and respectful of each song. So, but we'd just like to play the tune.
And we actually had a half an hour call with Bill Charlap before. Oh, yeah. He was trying to tell us about some rescheduling of the 92nd Street Y, and he called us both independently, and we were recording something. And we called him back and said, hey, we're together. And he talked about this tune, Memories of You, and actually sat down at his piano and showed me a chord change. And he said, actually, it goes to the 3 here, and then the 6 here, and then this is one way of doing it. This is the other way of doing it. And so we're constantly absorbing some kind of information one place or another.
And it's just so cool that you can just be on the phone with Bill Charlap. Oh, fireworks.
Yeah, we're in Harlem now.
Keep on going. Why can't I forget like I should? Heaven knows I would if I could, but I cannot keep you off my mind. Though you've gone and love was in vain, all around me you still remain. Wonder why fate should be so unkind. Waking skies at sunrise, every sunset too seems to be bringing me memories of you. Here and there, everywhere, scenes that we once knew, and they all just recall memories of you. How I wish I could forget those happy yesteryears that have left a rosary of tears. Your face beams in my dreams, spite of all I do. Everything seems to bring memories of you. days where we sang Sweet Adeline. Oh, how lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of rainy afternoons and swingy Harlem tunes, of motor trips and burning lips, burning toast and prunes. Oh, how lovely it was. And many's the time that we feasted, and many's the time that we fasted. Well, it was swell while it lasted. We did have fun and no harm done. Thanks for the memory. It's strictly entre nous. And darling, how are you? And how are all the little dreams that never did come true? Oh, thank you so much. With a highball, then I got high as a steeple. But we were intelligent people. No tears, no fuss, hooray for us. Thanks for the memory of sunburns at the shore and those nights in Singapore. We might have been a bring down, but we never were a bore. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love me or leave me or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, but I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You might find the nighttime right time for kissing. Nighttime's my time, reminiscing, regretting, instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be independently so blue. I want your love, don't want to borrow. Happy to take you back tomorrow, for my love is your love and I love nobody else. Ooh, love me or leave me, let me be lonely. You might find the love is not time for only reminiscing. Not time is my time for reminiscing. For your love is my love, it's I love nobody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be independently so blue. I want your love, don't want to borrow, have it tomorrow. For my love is your love, I love it nobody else. Nighttime, right time for kissing. Nighttime is my time for reminiscing, regretting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I'd intend to be independently solo. How much love don't want to borrow? Have it today. Give back tomorrow, for my love is your love, I love nobody else. Yes, my love is your love, I love nobody else. My love is your love, I love nobody else.
Last night we did a little audience vibe. We had some people who were hanging with us in the audience. This evening it's just you guys and you, just us, justice. We need a little more of that in the world.
Yeah. But I guess in light of everything that's been going on, we'd like to do a song about just being open to kindness, and a song about, there's a lot of people, not just here, but in the whole entire world, we're afraid of things that we don't understand or know. And this song, I think it's just a nice tune, man. It's like so many people are, with their songs, trying to like pick the most gut-wrenching songs and the torch songs, and those are the songs people go crazy for. But what about just nice tunes, This is just a nice tune. It's a great message, but it's not like it's forcing the message down your throat or anything. So
It's a lovely one.
yeah, so let's do that. The song is from The King and I. It's called Getting to Know You. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that when you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I am learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, but now I've become an expert on the subject I like most.
Getting to know you.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all those wonderful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Ooh, suddenly I'm getting to know you, feeling free and easy. When I am with you, you're my cup of tea. Ooh, getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I am with you, ooh, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all those wonderful and new things I'm learning. Learning and yearning to learn about you. Getting to know you. Getting to like you. Ooh, day by day. Day by day. Remember it. The little outro. That's going to be on the new record, actually. We're excited to announce that officially will be out in March of 2021.
We already have one out too, called Confessions. That's your debut record on Mac Ave. Mine's coming up and sometime in the fall. It might be pushed to the winter. We don't know yet. A lot of uncertainty in the air.
Yeah.
The certainty is that we'll always be playing some music in whatever way we can.
Yes, sir.
For you wonderful people.
All you wonderful people. Oh. It's nice to I was saying last night that when we play live in concerts in person, that of course we can't read your mind. We don't know what you're thinking as the songs or as the show's going on. But with the live streams, it's interesting. We're actually in the minds of you guys. As you comment, it's interesting to see, the mind of the audience.
They're
for
flying
once.
by fast, but we take a little peek here and there, and we appreciate you guys writing and commenting, and got a lot of nice emails and stuff. And so, we're behind the computer screen, but we definitely feel a really strong sense of community, which is a beautiful thing. So thank you all for that.
Yeah, thank you. How about As Long As He Needs Me? Yeah. There's the new record touches on a lot of. It's interesting because I picked the tunes and we recorded it a while back, but it's actually correlating with everything going on. It's like it's like, was I psychic or something? But some of the album's themes touches on some pretty heavy stuff, including domestic abuse. And this song is for all the people that are in relationships like that, but where the love is pure. As long as he needs me, oh yes, he does need me, in spite of what you see. I know that he needs me. Who else would love him still when they've been used so ill? He knows I always will, as long as he needs me. I miss him so much when I am gone, but when I'm near him, I don't let I've had to hide. To hell I've got my pride. As long as he needs me. He doesn't say the things he should. He acts the way he thinks he should. But all the same, I'll play this game his way. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly as long as he needs me. As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong as long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know. Ooh, when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray his trust. Though people say I must, I've got to stay true, just as long as he needs me. This is from the musical Cabaret. Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the world go round, it makes the world go round. A mark, a yen, a buck, or a pound. A mark, a yen, a buck, or a pound. That clinking, clunking, clanking sound, it makes the world go round. It makes the world go round. If you happen to be rich and you feel like a night's entertainment, you can pay for a gay escapade. If you happen to be rich and alone, you need a companion, you can ring for the maid. If you happen to be rich and you find you're left by your lover and you moan and you've grown quite a lot, take it on the chin and begin to recover in your 14-karat yacht. Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the world go round. Of that we can be sure. On being poor, I can't read it. Go ahead. when you haven't any shoes on your feet. Your coat's thin as paper and you look 30 pounds underweight. When you go to get some advice from the pastor, he will tell you to love evermore. But when hunger comes knocking tat on the window, who's there?
Hunger.
Ooh, hunger, love flies out the door. Money makes the world go round. The world go round. The world go round. Money makes the world go round. It makes the world go round. It makes the world go round. That money makes the world go round. Ooh, a mark, a yen, a buck, or a pound. That clinking sound. It makes the world go round. Round. Go round. Money. Yeah, my mom is watching. Stephanie Nicasian, a great jazz vocalist in the world today. Hey, Mom. And, I mean, she's the reason I know all these tunes anyway, so gotta mention her. This is my mom's joke. She says, he saved me from a life of crime on Wall Street. So, yeah, money. How about some bebop? We've talked about my mom. Let's talk about my dad, you know? Yardbird.
What was that?
Oh, yeah. Some vocalese.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
When we were on the phone with Charlotte, he said, Veronica, I heard you singing with Jazz Lincoln Center Orchestra, Yardbird Suite. I said, oh, yeah. That's something we haven't done together before, right?
I forgot. In this music, like, we know so many tunes that sometimes we know so many tunes that never enough, exactly. But, so many tunes and then you forget, like, a lot, like I don't even remember half the tunes that I know, but then someone will say that tune's like, oh yeah, I know that. They just pop out of nowhere.
And the old jazz musicians, they always say, I've forgotten more tunes than you ever know.
That's true. We should take example from Johnny O'Neill and Freddie Cole. Nobody knows more tunes than them. I sing this song hoping you'll all find out the man who wrote the Yardbird Suite. Leave you no doubt, tell you about Charles Yardbird Parker was his name. The facts, he carved his fame in history. A sax for his axe. His improvisation was miraculous. A mastermind of rhythm was he. He blew notes that nobody had ever heard before till then, blew 'em as they had ever been. So often true as genius seems to do, he suffered his life through and gave us a Yardbird Suite. All because he never stopped blowing. When he had his musical woes, he seemed to perform on his own. He'd make each person listen to feel he had never known what being low down could be. And he knew that blowing would be music gonna set him free. He blew until he had the changes, had the sound, and that was long before we knew when he was just a boy in Kansas City. So pretty. After he came to New York town, all the local jazz listened in admiration. It was long before his son sounds around the nation, and Dirt deserves a credit for the stimulating renaissance of jazz. It makes me very happy to announce a goodly portion of his best works recorded. So have a treat, hurry it up and get yourself some Yardbird Suite. hoping you'll all find out the man who wrote the Yardbird Suite. Leaving no doubt, tell you about Charles Yardbird Parker was his name. The facts, he carved his fame in history. A sax for his axe. His improvisation was miraculous. A mastermind of rhythm was he. He blew notes that nobody had ever heard before. Till then, blew as they'd ever been. So often true as genius seems to do. He suffered his life through and gave us the Yardbird Suite.
The TD Edmonton International Jazz Festival would like to thank Veronica Swift and Emmet Cohen for sharing such a wonderful performance with us today. Please visit edmontonjazz.com for more of your jazz online experiences.